All right, let's turn our focus now to the Heisman Trophy race and how high. And we're talking about Stanford superstar Bryce Love, who didn't play in Week 8, but he still leads the FBS in rushing by 245 yards. Now, he's day-to-day with an ankle, and David Shaw said he doesn't need to practice in order to be ready for their game at Oregon State Thursday. He's rushed for over 1,300 yards, scored 11 touchdowns for Stanford, who has won 4 straight games. They're coming off their bye week. B-Mac, all along you've ridden Saquon Barkley for the Heisman Trophy. You've even gone on record saying he's the best player in America. What would it take for Love to change your mind and win the Heisman Trophy?
Well, I think individually, as his statistics come to mind, he needs to continue to dominate. He needs to be extremely close to that 2,000 yards plateau. And then team-wise, they need to win the Pac-12 North and compete for a Pac-12 championship in postseason play. That would play a big part in his success because you look at some of the noteworthy games, right? I believe that Washington game could be a national televised game, and the same could be said for Notre Dame. So those are Heisman moments. And then when you factor in, if they win the Pac-12 North, they will have another opportunity to be on a national stage as far as playing in the Pac-12 championship game, and that could provide another Heisman moment. He needs those things to happen. If they have another loss, they will not compete for a Pac-12 North title. I think he will lose any momentum as far as not playing on a national stage that is much needed for him to make that strong Heisman argument. Because when you look at Saquon Barkley, who's probably the odds-on favorite right now, we just saw him perform on a national stage in a national spotlight, and he balled out.
Yeah.
His second carry was a 60-plus yarder. And people saw him. So for the people that heard about Saquon, that have never seen him play, they got an opportunity to see him play against a pretty good defense in Michigan, and they were blown away.
Yeah.
Right? And now guess what? He has another Heisman moment this weekend against another talented team, arguably a top 4 team in college football. So guess what? If he balls out again, for the people that did not see him against Michigan but heard, they watch him and say,
more points in his favor.
Exactly.
If Notre Dame is still just the one loss when they
that would be a big
Stanford,
game.
Boy, that could be a big moment for Bryce Love.